Bingo. And there we go. Thank you, my friend. All right. We're back. We had to switch over real quick, take a little restroom break. And yeah, so we worked our way very briefly through forgiveness, what it is, what it does, how it works. And I'm gonna go back and listen to this several times. And the forgetting, which we just kind of ended on, the like we can't forget really. We can't do it with our own power. It's through God, through source. But we can show up and do the work as best we can. It's not just give it to God and it's all done. We've got to put in the road work as well. It's like a
Right.
marriage.
Well, but you can't forget anything with effort. Think about it. Do you remember what you ate a month ago on this day at this time? There's so much that you forget. And the reason you forget is because it holds no energy. It comes and it goes and it's gone. And you might be able to, well, I know I ate, but I don't remember what it was. That's what it becomes. Like when there's no charge, forgiveness releases you from all the charge, all of the story, all of the clinging to it, all that you've identified yourself as. That gets dissolved. And then it literally does become like, well, I know my third grade teacher was Mrs. Eldridge, but I don't remember what happened every day in third grade, but I know it happened.
Right.
It's what it becomes. It's like, yeah, something happened, but I don't have any negative effect from it.
Right.
That's kind of what forgetting represents to me. It doesn't hold you.
Right. Got you. So you don't, and it stops you from playing that story over and over, that victim story, that or victimizer story, or
Yeah.
as we're about to go into the hero story as well, which segues right into what you call the triangle of victimization. And there's a triune of a victim, victimizer, and a hero. And I know there's a lot of people that need to hear the hero part of this triangle. But if you will, please talk about that triangle victimization, because when I heard it this morning, I was like, oh shit, dog, that's what I needed to hear so bad.
Well, it's actually triangle victimization, victim triangle. It's a little short if I call it the victim triangle. When I learned this, it's not my model, but when I learned it, it made sense because the victim triangle is where we land when we're playing the ego's game. And the ego's game is the same over and over and over. There's someone being harmed, there's someone doing the harm, and someone's got to rescue them. But the cycle doesn't stop. The cycle, what we're doing is we're actually recycling the past. We're recycling a broken story, and we think we're going to solve something by getting on that triangle and fighting it out and duking it out. The problem is there's no life, there's nothing new on the victim triangle. The only thing you'll do is repeat harm. We've all found ourselves with a lover, with a family member, with a close friend, with someone where you're in this big fight and you're just arguing, but you're not going anywhere. You're just attacking and you're punching and you're ducking. And the conversation is not moving anything forward. And what you end up doing is mostly people end up fighting for the victim corner. Oh, you think you've got it bad. You did this to me, blah, 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 blah. And the next person goes, oh, you think you got it bad. Isn't that insane? Just pause for a moment. Am I really fighting for the victim spot? Like, is
Mm-hmm.
that is that who I want to be? So
Right.
the victim triangle helps us when you can recognize it. I go, oh, I'm on the triangle. What that means is I'm repeating the past. I'm in a shadow fight. The only way something new is going to happen is if I get off the triangle. One of the ways to get off the triangle, take responsibility for my experience, give up being right, and I will find a new way to be in relationship to myself and that person or that experience. So what happens to us is you will play all three parts in one story, in one conversation. You can play all three parts of the victim triangle by yourself, just driving down the road, rehashing, beating someone up in your head, beating yourself up in your head. This is where it's crazy. And there are ways I've found for me, I do play all three parts. There's times when I'm the victimizer and I'm just making someone wrong in my head, or in the conversation, I'm committed to really making them try to see something. We know what it feels like
Oh yeah.
when our fists are closed and we're punching. We also know what it's like when we're like, but I didn't do it, but it's not my fault. I didn't know. You know, we also know playing the victim. The hero is the seductive one. When we want to fix something, when we want to get in and rescue somebody, that one's a very particular one for me because I kind of formed a part of my identity by being a hero. And I could take that all the way back to my childhood. My mom was very emotionally ill. And so I took on the job as a young boy to keep her happy, go buy her a candy bar at the 7-Eleven, do whatever I had to do to hero my mom back into a state of equilibrium. So as a young child, I learned, man, if I play the hero, I get love. But that's not a way to really experience true love. That was me getting trapped on the triangle. So everything, like literally the ego's world happens on the triangle. Our political system is happening on the triangle. Religions happen on the triangle. We're the victim to the devil. The devil is the victimizer. The church is going to be the hero. None of these things ever work because they're not meant to work. What they're really meant to do is keep recycling the pain. Mm-hmm. And when you notice that, then you're like, man, I got to pop off this triangle. This is not going to bring me anything good. But it takes a while to really, and you can Google it. Like there's lots of good stuff out there on the victim triangle. And to learn it and to look at it and to realize how you're doing it in your relationships is pretty powerful.
I mean, that's the first time, this morning was the first time I heard anything about it. And while everything that you're saying isn't new, it's just when you put it in that format, reword it specifically, it's like, oh shit, man, I feel stupid. Oh yeah. Okay, I already know there's a lot of truth right there. You can feel it kick you in the nuts. You're like, oh, I can't ignore that one.
Yeah.
I
and
love
it's hard because when you're on the triangle, you don't want to get off. Again, it's like, I'm right. I'm going to fight this one out. Like something happens inside of us that you've got to breathe around that and become a master of that and realize that's not going to give you any resolve. Beating someone else up, winning the fight, rescuing someone yet again, these patterns, they're not going to lead to anything that's permanent. And that's really what my spiritual awakening has led me to, a deep desire to keep steering toward permanent solutions,
right.
Solutions that really work.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. Doing my best to do the same thing. You know, we go through the spiral. We do our best to start to understand shit like this, spirituality, fall 10,000 times, get back up, come back around, and that spiral gets a little bit tighter. You start to learn those lessons a little bit deeper, and then something pops, man. You're like, oh, like even conversations like this about the victim triangle. We all know all this stuff. We all feel all this, but then it just takes one person who's tripped enough times more than we have to go, hey, if you just swerve left this way, just saying certain things, it makes people go, oh my God, okay, I see now. I see it. And I mean, that's partly why I'm doing this work, man, to first make myself better, because I can't save anyone. I can't help anyone if I can't help myself. That's why the mom puts the air mask on first before the baby, because the baby ain't gonna do it for you, you know?
Yeah.
Just keep showing up for the work, man.
We have a rule in my house. If there's a conversation that's getting heated and it's sort of turning into some kind of an argument, and if someone says we're on the triangle, as soon as someone says we're on the triangle, we have to stop talking. We have to take a breath, take a walk, get away, shake it off, do something. It's sort of the it's our safe word, if you will.
Yeah, I love it. I'm going to start using it now, because for me, anytime any partner I'm with, for me, I need a clap. And it's good because it was kind of an insult to me that I needed to clap, one partner said, because I get like a dog when I'm arguing. I'm the victimizer. I used to be the victimizer, and you have to clap for dogs to stop because they're gnawing at shit. So I'm going to reword it and be like, I believe I'm on the triangle and I need to go smoke a long cigarette.
Yes.
So I love it. I fucking love it, man. I was so jacked when when I heard about that, the victim triangle, it just, like I said, I've already said it before, but just when stuff clicks, man, it just clicks in, and maybe you don't get everything, but you're like, oh, I've been searching in the dark, and there's the damn path. Woo, shit, now I can run.
Yeah, yeah. And what I want to always say to people is like, don't feel bad about landing on the triangle. Don't feel bad about landing on it 1,000 times. It doesn't matter. That's the pattern. And we've been in the pattern, like you said, you didn't even know. So learning about it and giving yourself grace and being patient with learning how to shift and to use the triangle, not as a weapon to beat yourself up again, but as a tool to make you become free, because the ego is going to take even the triangle and go, oh, there you're on the triangle again. See, you're a piece of shit. See, you'll triangle yourself back onto the triangle. You just got to let it be a tool that you learn about, and you're really gentle with yourself.
Yeah, well, and rewording things, instead of, like you said, like, you're a piece of shit, you forgot again, reword it. Like, that's hilarious. I got right back on. All right, I learned a little bit quicker. Laugh it off.
Yep. Seriously, man, I'll be driving down the road and I'm like, I'm on the triangle. I'm on the triangle in my head. What am I doing? This is a beautiful day.
Yep.
Enjoy the God, Holy Spirit, bring me back to this moment. There's so much good here. And the mind is we're so addicted to thinking. And the mind just takes, it's like our minds are like a big high-rise building, and we own all the apartments, and they're all filled with squatters. It just, and it's our job to throw those squatters out. It's our job to reclaim our mind and to be the master of it. But that's practice.
Yeah, you got to clean your house, man, before the light can enter.
Yeah, yeah. And we clean it faster when we just love ourselves through it.
It really is true, man. It really is true. I couldn't have received that 10, 12 years ago. I've been like, God, this guy's a fucking hippie, dude. But it's not. It's ancient, deep wisdom is what it is.
It is.
And it is very true. And God, I wish I could throw this in my 10 years ago face and be like, dude, let me just watch this shit, man.
Yeah. I love it. Also, like, even when I read the Bible and I use Bible stories periodically, I get so turned on, because much of it is like they're teaching the law of attraction in the Bible. Like, you see the principles that we're talking about now. It's like, it's right there in the story. This is what they're teaching. I love it when you find something that's millennia old,
Dude, I'm right there with you. I have a friend, he's been on this podcast, man. He's the one, man, who really started me down thinking differently, the spiritual path, looking at it differently, and just like to the parables. And I'm sure it's deeper than what I found in it, but even in the Bible, where it talks about what Jesus was saying, go up into the house and turn to the right, and somehow he was explaining to me, or got on the topic of, it's a parable for the right room, right consciousness. Righteousness is right consciousness. Clean the house up, turn to the right side. It was just like, it's like, I'm going to start looking at the Bible way different now. And I really have it. The fact that I'm even reading the Bible, I'm not a Christian, but when you see the Bible for what it is, deep allegories, deep symbolism in it, it's amazing. It is amazing. Then you get into what the snakes represent, and essentially like the vipers in the desert and everything, and resembling the caduceus and everything. Oh my God, it was mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not Christian. I don't identify as Christian either. And nor am I like a super Bible, thumper by any means. But what I've become passionate about is helping people become free of the fear of it. Because that's what people are afraid of it, because they think there's condemnation in there. So whenever I can help someone unravel that, read the book or don't read the book, I don't care, but don't be afraid of it. That's what I want.
I agree. And that's what essentially that's what I wanted too. Humans love reading holy books, and if you just stop looking at, if you're a Christian, stop looking at the Quran as like some type of fear. It's like, no, it's beautiful, dude. Get into Sufism. That stuff is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
and just things like that. And it's just people want to be free from the ignorance. They just don't know that they're shackled in fear, and there's something beautiful on this other side of just letting go of that fear, man, and just being like, hey, let me learn some shit from you, dude. So,
Yeah.
well, fantastic, man. This has been such an amazing time. I'm so honored that you were on here. Um, if anyone wants to know more about Mark, I'll put some his website. It's markanthonylord.me. I'll put that link in your Instagram as well. Is there anything you'd like to say as well, Mark, please?
No, man, I'm so grateful for this sharing and for what you're doing. I bow to you
Thank you, sir.
for that thing that's pulling you to have these conversations, man. I just think that's really beautiful. I'm happy to spread the word and share this, once you package it up, let me know.
Yeah,
And
man.
I'm happy to for sure send it to my people and stuff. I just think you got a real good vibe and you're current. You're current with this pulse. So keep going, dude.
I'm trying to, man, just one day at a time, one step at a time, one punch at a time, just showing up for it, man, doing my best. So, all
Awesome.
right, my friend. Well, I'll be in touch. I'll let you know when this comes out, and well, I'll be skeezing all your Instagram stuff too. So let's just party, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Ryan. Take care, buddy.
All right, Namaslay, my friend. Stop. Man, that's loud.